y'all, my name is Janice and I'm going to be the resident bitch in stitches here. So you're probably wondering why I've assembled you all here today. That's a great question. Well, it's a new year, it's 2026, and I decided I was not going to let another year go by, and I'm going to gatekeep all the cool tips and tricks I have that I've come up with, seen, assembled over the last few years of my fiber art journey. So just a little backstory, I'm a crocheter. I've been doing it for about 2.5 years, but the amount of yarn that have passed through these hands by way of one stitch at a time is astronomical. And along that, I have found ways that I have decided I'm just going to do it a little bit better. And why not pass that along to you? So what we're going to do here today is we are going to reblock a top that I made and I literally have never worn. Give me one sec. So this, some of you may or may not recognize, is a very large amount of money, time, and energy that went into a Malabrigo Rios. Diana? Yeah, Diana is the colorway. Gorgeous crocheted tunic, right? Adorable, isn't it? It's adorable. I've never worn it. Why do you say you've never worn it, Janice? That would be because when I blocked it, which was scary in itself because if you know, you know, superwash wool and blocking. I was so afraid that this was going to get out of control too big. I didn't take into account I was not going to like the length from my armpit to the end of the left side. This is my latch. Girl, I'm doing this in one take. Live with it. This is my last ditch effort to not frog this and reclaim my yarn. So I'm going to try reblocking it. And if it doesn't work out, so be it. That's fine. But we're going to give it a go. However, I'm not going to block this the way your grandma taught you to block your garments. I am a firm believer that we put a very large amount of money, time, and energy into our products. Not to mention the love, the skill, blah, 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 right? With that, answer me this. Why is it that when we soak it in the beautiful wool wash, let it get its awesome little bath, we then roll it in a towel and tread all over it? I've done it. I don't like it. I think it squishes all my beautiful stitches, especially if you're doing something that has a texture to it or cables or anything that's delicate like lacy. You're trampling all over it. And the first thing that made me do this was the fact that I had made a scarf and I had a salad spinner. This will work in a salad spinner. The reason I have purchased this is because I don't want to shove larger garments into a salad spinner. Santa brought me this, and I will leave a link in the description. This is not an affiliate link. I am not here to sell you things. I'm just here to give you tips. You can literally find a hand crank washing machine on Amazon anywhere from $24, $25 up to this one, which is the one I wanted, which is now currently at $181, which is kind of crazy because before Christmas it was $156 when I put it on my Santa's wish list. So I decided if I'm going to get one, I wanted a really big one because that way I can do either multiple things or several bigger items, and I don't have to buy several products. So smaller one that I already own that I'm using for my scarves, hats, mittens, shawls, all your little items. And then I have this for sweaters or, you know, large scarves, large cowls, whatever. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill it with temperature, room temp water. Remember, one take, y'all. I'm not going crazy with this. Okay. And this doesn't want to work. There we go. And while that builds, hydrate, girls, hydrate.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah! A rubber dub, just relaxing in the tub. Thinking everything was alright.
Good to go. Okay, couple drops of wool wash. Swish it around, switch it around. In she goes. Nice and deep. Plenty of room for her to spread her wings and fly. Okay. So, comes with your lid. Give it a lock. Okay. So, on my particular model, this middle, which I learned all of this the hard way, so you know. This first one, the one in the middle, is for as if it was a wash cycle. So you can just kind of do a little gentle back and forth just to make sure she gets a good drink. Now, I'm not going to do what you normally do in this situation, which is let it sit and soak and get all happy, because it's already done that, right? We already tackled that. So now we're just going to let it get wet. We know it's wet, right? Okay, we know. Here's the fun part. Let's hope it doesn't shoot off this time. I have this on a plastic bag because when I blocked this sweater, the water rushing out made the hose pop off. We're not going to talk about that. I mean, crap happens, right? It's in, it's down, facing down. Let's not get all wet. It didn't happen this time. I love that for me. Why do I have this on a garbage bag? Well, like I said, the first time this happened, I kind of made a mess. And then also, it has suction cups on the bottom, which is great, so it doesn't move when you're using it, but not so fun trying to peel it off the kitchen counter. So I prefer to do it this way, just so it makes it easier when it comes time for me to get it off the counter. Okay. So, but what I do want to do now is I'm going to move this closer to the edge because I want you to watch what's going to happen. So let's turn you a little bit. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it a bit to help to start get that water out, right? You can see still a fair amount of water coming out, right? You're going to say, Janice, that's impressive. It gets better because I literally sat here last time going for like 10 minutes. I don't do instructions, so I just kind of winged it, right? Probably why the hose popped off. But we're just gonna wing it, right? So we just kept doing this. And I go, I feel like there's more water in there. I feel like there's more water. I'm like, why is this hole here? So my lid has another spot right here. So I went, well, it fits. Maybe I do something. I tried to go the same direction. It wouldn't go. Hold on, it's gonna get loud. So, trigger warning. Oh, I'm a liar. I turned y'all off. I was so embarrassed. Make sure the handle is not facing in, it's facing out. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Again, we're learning. We're learning in real time. Okay, now it gets loud. Trigger warning. I need y'all to see that water. Do you see that? I know it's loud. I'm so sorry. It's like a plane taking off in here. However, look at that. This is like amazing. You see that? Still going. I figure I'm going to go a little bit longer just until the water is barely trickling because that tells me the water's out. I think we're pretty good. I think it's just residual at this point. So let me get my lid off. Oh, guys, look at that. My stitches are still beautiful. She's not squashed or stomped on or nothing. And not dripping either. Look at that. Look at that. And you didn't just wet all your freaking towels in your house. Okay, So that is what I had to show you today. I really appreciate the time you spent with me. And I really hope that you will come back again because I'll keep doing this if you keep looking. But before we go, I almost forgot. I wanted to ask what you guys think. Well, I'm definitely going to do it, but I just want to know if you want to see me do it. So this is a crocheted sweater with over $100 worth of 100% baby alpaca. It's a mono, what's it say? Eco Puna. A mono Eco Puna in the color Nazteca Desert, something like Azteca Desert, something like that. So I have over $100 in here. I think it's closer to 120. I've worn this once. I'd be happy to go into this further if you have any interest whatsoever. What I'm going to do is get my yarn back because I have too much time, energy, and money tied up into this garment for it to sit in a drawer. Not to mention, the yarn was like a souvenir from a fiber retreat I went to in 2025, where I met my new bestie yarn friends, right? I want to be able to wear it and reflect on how much fun I had at that retreat. I don't want to look at it every time I open my drawer and be sad that I'm not wearing it. And God help me, there's no way I'm giving this away or donating it. This is mine and I want it back. Let me know if you have any interest in watching how it happens. Bye, guys.